Trying to enjoy the ending now.
Maxwell! Once again, it's all gone. I've lost everything.
Your vision of the future offers nothing but suffering to the people, whether Spyrites are perfected or not. Even if we unite the two worlds, it is pure fantasy to think that they will cooperate with one another.
Maybe you're right. Maybe my dreams for the future are hopelessly naive. But still, Milla never stopped believing in me. And so did you, Gaius. Didn't you?
And what does any of that matter now?
I may appear to be talking tough now, but I was scared witless throughout this entire journey. I'm still just a small, frail human. But you know what? I will get stronger. I want you to believe in me.
Humans strive to become stronger. They constantly struggle to grow more for the sake of others. They rise to the occasion. This fills me with hope for the future, one that is filled with possibilities. I cherish it. I know you understand this, Gaius.
I do not. When all of these possibilities of yours evaporate, I will then be forced to rise again.
You won't have to do anything.
Music. If living alone is too painful for you, then come join us. Thank you.
I see that you have made up your mind.
Yes.
Milla.
What are you talking about?
I have decided to become Maxwell.
So that was your plan. Now, if you so desire, Milla, you may use the schism's mana to become human again. I see. Keep watch over the spirits.
Wait!
Jude, I'm afraid this is farewell. Our fates were always intertwined in mysterious ways. Thank you for everything.
Hold on! I'm sorry for all the times I was weak. But now, I think I'm going to be just fine.
Milla! Elise wants you to know that she loves you tons! Of course I do too! Will we be able to see each other again?
It has been a pleasure.
What the hell is this? You never told us!
I'm ready.
everything's alright.
From now on, I am Milla Maxwell, the Lord of the Spirits. I will be okay.
I got your letter, but I can't say that I have very much to report.
What a big knucklehead. Drinks are on you now.
Well, maybe one thing. A friend invited me to start a business with him. We're thinking of ways to connect Riza Maxia and Olympius. Doesn't sound like me though, huh? Here's to a great partnership. Don't forget to swing by and say hi.
I have big news! I'm no longer pursuing nursing. So for now, I'm helping out at my family's lodge.
Are you okay there, Leia?
Sure. Thanks a lot, Dad.
You two, quit goofing around!
Yes, ma'am!
But I do have a dream now.
I'm sorry I sat on the stool, honey.
I want to settle down and start a family that cares for each other. Just like Mom and Dad. I'll definitely do my best. I don't know if things will work out, but I've got to try. Sleep tight. Ellie! Your friends are here! Okay, I'm coming! I have news. I'm going to the same school that Triselle graduated from.
So, what do you think of him,
I
Elise?
even made some friends there, but I'm still not very comfortable when it comes to talking.
You're so funny, Elise.
Even so, I still love being able to spend time with them.
Gaius awaits the day when the promise we made to him becomes a reality. For my part, I am enjoying my new life here. Very well then, that concludes today's lesson. This is what I was meant to do.
This is pure perfection. That ending. It's not even over yet. There's one more cutscene mid-credits, but I love that ending so much. Was it a Bazonga's lesson? Probably. It could very well be. Dude, I love it. Most of that is carried over into Xillia 2 fairly well, especially the part with Alvin, and I guess Elise a little bit. Dude, that's a good ending. It's not done. There's one more cutscene. But this is it. I guess it's review time. Like, what else do I do during the credits? Just review the game. Simple stuff out of the way. The music is kind of there. It's definitely not my favorite Tales of soundtrack. The music's just kind of there. They have a few good tracks, like the final boss theme, and one of the boss themes is good. Some of the map themes, but for the most part, the soundtrack is just there. It's not really much to say about that. Gameplay is incredibly fun. I think this is like my favorite combat is Tales of Grace's F. Just like it's my favorite Tales of game. This game is good combat, though. This is definitely in my top 3, I think, Tales of Combats. It's pretty identical to Xillia 2, so I tie Xillia and Xillia 2. Xillia 2 just improves upon Xillia 1's combat. But, this is definitely in my top 3 combat. It's really fun. Link darts are good. Aerial combat is at its finest here. I also really enjoy the character playstyles, and characters like Elise and Rowan could even be a little fun to play, so I definitely enjoy the combat. I do feel I played on hard mode for most of the game, or moderate, depending on the boss. For most of the game, if you play on normal, it definitely is on the easier side, but that's like, that could be remedied by doing a difficulty, so I don't see that as a complaint. Yeah, really good. Something I noticed in the game, it's not really a bad thing, but I do notice that some of the dungeons are very short. And some of the dungeons just aren't good, but this kind of goes into saying that Tales of dungeons really have went down ever since Vesperia. But like, I definitely think some of the dungeons in this game were very short, like Or the Palace. Is that the end of the credits already? I may have to let this cutscene play. Those were quick credits.
Oh, hey, sorry about that. I gotta hurry. I'm glad that all of you are doing so well. I've been swamped with my spyrite research lately.
Hey!
Sorry! And the results, well, they've been mixed. Still, slowly but surely, more and more people are beginning to realize the spyrite's potential.
That just adds on to the perfection, the perfect ending I was adding. It does suck that Milla isn't here, but there's a Xillia too. So, you know. Also, that's the whole arc with Jude is carried over to Xillia 2 fairly well. I love Jude's character in Xillia 2. Never mind, there's another cutscene. This might be only Milla's story.
Oh.
Milla! Milla!
I am proud of the path I have chosen.
Was that bird the one delivering the leather? I totally forgot Milla had that extra cutscene. With Jude's story, it ends with Jude. I forgot Milla even had that cutscene. Still a really good ending. Those were the that was really short. Most of the games I played have a lot longer credits than that, but I'm not complaining. But I'm not even done talking about the game, so I'm just gonna hang around this title screen for a bit. Final Arbiter, nice. And she who upholds her conviction. Nice trophy. Spirit Garb. Oh, Shattering Demon Fist and Overdrive, right. And the golden key for Magus Zero. Cleared to save data. Alright. Gonna put this in the extra slot. Alright, very good, very good. Main story is finished. I do have a lot to... Not really a lot, but I have stuff to talk about. What was I talking about last? I think I was talking about the nitpicks I have. So yeah, the nitpicks I have. Very minor thing, but I did notice that some of the dungeons were like short and kind of like you realize they're over before you know it. An example is like Order Palace. I definitely think Order Palace was very anticlimactic. That's a minor thing. That's kind of how Tales of is, so I'm not going to go too much into that. What I really want to talk about is the story and characters, and what I'm doing in every single JRPG that I play is rank the characters if there's a reasonable amount. I didn't do that with Three Houses because Three Houses has an insane amount. I could have done it with the Golden Deer, but still. I'm gonna rank the characters, and I already have my rankings set, so, you know. I'm gonna be talking about this for like probably 5 minutes, and I'm gonna talk about the story too while I'm talking about it, but also I really want to say, add on to the ending, I love the fact that Gaius and Muse both didn't die at the end. Like, I love the way the villains work in this game. Like, Gaius and Muse aren't really seen as bad. Like, they just have different paths and different ideals. Like, you could see Gaius as a protagonist. It's really neat. I love the way Xillia does the villains. And the story. I think the story is really good. I do think the story has a lot of plot holes, but that's because there's a Jude and Milla side. And I will say that you miss all the events that are important in Milla's side. I feel like Milla's story could be confusing for a first playthrough. So if you're playing this game for the first time, would highly recommend Jude's side first. I did Milla's side because I played the game many times. Story is so well done in this game. I love it. And the characters are really well done in this game. This probably has one of my favorite casts. Definitely not my favorite, but one of my favorites. Alright, well, how do I transition to this? Let's just do the rankings, I guess. Number 6. I want to make it clear, I don't hate any character, so this is really hard. But number 6 is Leia. And the only reason is because Leia's a great character, and she's basically Jude's childhood friend, so I do like Leia. I do think she just has the least amount of depth compared to all of them. And that's not a bad thing. Like, Leia is still a great character, but just everyone else is just so much better. They just have so much more relevance in the story. Leia just kind of comes... Leia doesn't even come that late. It's just the fact that she doesn't really have a reason. Her reason's about Jude, I guess. And she doesn't really have a personal reason. But she doesn't need one. It just makes her the weakest of the cast. And she's not bad. She's a really good character. And I do think that everyone else is just better. But she is not bad by any means. They did try to tie her in with Agria. The whole, like... They tried to tie in Agria. Like, Agria hating the Goody Two-Shoes character and characters who are positive. So, they tried to tie her in there, which was good. But she's last place for that reason. Not a bad character by any means. And I think number 5 probably goes to... I actually know this list, but I'm trying to see if I change it. Probably Elise. I do like Elise a lot, but the other characters are just better. I think Elise is great. How she starts out as this really shy girl, and she kind of evolves into someone who is more... She's still a little shy at the end of Xillia. As she said, she has problems talking, but Xillia too, she ends up as much more confident in herself. Also, the whole dynamic with Tipo is cool. I do like how they built up Tipo to be her only friend, and then you find out that Tipo was reading her thoughts the whole time. So, really well done, Elise. Number 4? Number 4 is either probably Alvin or Rowan. I can't think which one. I think I'm gonna say Rowan for number 4. Rowan has really good ties to, like, some of the Chimeriad. And Noctigal and Gaius. Rowan's a really good character. Also, Rowan's hilarious. A lot more hilarious than I found him. A lot of Rowan's development is through side quests. You get some of it through the main story, but not really. So, Rowan's a good character. I don't really have much to say about Rowan. Rowan's just really good. I think number 3 is Alvin. You already know who the top 2 are, but number 3 is Alvin. I'm gonna admit, I feel like they pulled the trigger a bit when they made him betray you, like, what, 3 times? Alvin betrayed you, like, 3 times. I do think they went a little overboard with that, but the way, it just brings a tear to my eye that all Alvin wanted to do was go home, and he couldn't get any friends because he was, like, very similar to Elise, actually. I love that cutscene with Elise and Alvin in Triglyph. And I think they did Alvin really well. They built him up. He had really good development. Although I do feel that he betrayed us a little too much, and they forgave him too much. But other than that, Alvin was really good. And then you probably already know who my favorite is. Second place is Jude. I think Jude is a great character. I know a lot of people say Jude isn't a good character because he's a goody two-shoes, but Jude is so much more than that. I feel like Jude is a better character with Milla integrated, and Milla is integrated, so Jude is great. I do think Jude gets better as the game goes on, and he starts out a little weak, but Jude does get better. And Milla is just phenomenal. She's my favorite in this game. She's great. They are both like the dual protagonists, so either of them could be seen as a protagonist. They're great. Milla is a phenomenal character. The spirit realm, her whole desire to protect spirits and humans alike, learning of humans, just developing, learning the way we humans do things. It's so good. It's really good. I love Milla a lot. It's characters in this game are phenomenal. I want to be clear, I do not hate a single character. So even Leia, who's the last place character, is not bad. It's just she's the weakest one, because every other character next to Leia is so good. But even Leia herself is good. And I really I think Milla is my favorite character. She's really good. She's got a good resolve. She's got a good, she's got good confidence and all that. I just love it. And this game, it's like, a lot of people say this game was rushed, and I can see it in some departments, but I think the story was really good, and the characters, I think a lot of people are wrong about the whole, I mean, the game was rushed. I definitely know the game was rushed, but I think people look too much into it. I think the game did really well at certain things. I could tell in, like, the dungeon department, and the field department, and the side quests. But the game holds well on its own. I also want to say that side quests are really well done in this game. I love the side quests. The side quests that actually involve story, I really like. Also, the antagonists are great. Gaius is great. Muse is great. Chimeriad are great, except Agria. Agria is trash. I hate Agria. And Pressa, I wish we had a little more development on her, but from what we got, she was good. Zhao. Zhao's really good. Also, Wingle. Zhao and Wingle were the best, too. And other characters were fine, like Ivor. I did not like Ivor. I don't think anyone else. Honestly, that's really all I want to say. Like, characters in this game are so good, even side characters. Jude's interaction with Alvin are also hilarious, with how Alvin always messes with him. Yeah, I like that. I love Alvin and Jude's dynamic, too. I love, Alvin's a great character, so is Jude. Like, they're all great. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I would switch Alvin or Jude. Alvin and Jude. Alvin was 3rd place and Jude was 2nd place. They're almost tied. You could switch up Alvin and Jude and it'd be the same for me. Because Alvin and Jude are so close, they're basically tied. I think I just like Jude more because he's a main character and gets more screen time. But even Alvin is great. So my order can either look like this. 6th place Leia, 5th place Elise, 4th place Rowan, 3rd place Alvin, 2nd place Jude, 1st place Milla. Or it could be the exact same except Alvin's 2nd and Jude is 3rd. Either way, that's my definitive ranking. But yeah. Yeah, basically Tales of Xillia is a really good game. It's in my top 5 Tales of games. It's my 5th favorite Tales of game. It's really good. But I don't know. When I play other Tales of games, I'll probably have a better ranking of that. But this is a really good game. I think they nailed the combat, the characters, the story, the music. The music is the only thing that I wish that was better. But it had a few good tracks. And the graphics are good. It holds up pretty well, I'd say, the graphics. Also, side quests are phenomenal. This game has... Do not at me because I have to play other Tales of games. This game has the best side quest, I think, of the Tales of series. I don't know a game with better side quests. Grace's F is my favorite Tales of game. Grace's F has a few good side quests, but I think this game has the best side quests of all of them. I have to replay Vesperia, which is next, to see if that's true. But while I haven't replayed Vesperia in a while, this game is the best side quest. Also, yeah, voice acting is amazing. I think I'm done rambling. We're gonna load up the Temporal Crossroads and we're gonna start Magus Zero, maybe finish it. We're not fighting the Gold Mage Knight today. I actually really have to use the restroom. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to use the restroom when the ending was going on, so I waited. I'm gonna use the restroom really quick, and then we'll start Magus Zero.